When I first heard I was going to work on Heroes of the Storm, I was ecstatic. It was the game I was most excited about at this company. It was the game I knew I was going to sink hundreds of hours into playing.
This game is kind of like gravy time, dream come true, someone granted a wish, because I get to adapt almost all my favorite characters, and if I haven't gotten to them yet, they're probably coming down the line.
One of the first things we look at is, what is the fantasy of that hero? What is it that players are going to remember, whether it be from a hero that was a character that appeared like 10 years ago, or whether it's something that just came out. We try to really focus on like, what is the core fantasy, what really speaks to what this character is.
Usually we have a meeting and we have a list of just tons and tons of heroes, and design and art will kind of talk about our different wants. Design will say we have an idea for this type of a hero class, whether it's a play style or a mechanic that they're really insistent on saying this is what the game needs right now. And art will kind of cross-reference and say like, okay, well, maybe we don't have enough monsters in the game, maybe we need more armored characters or archers, whatever the archetype is. From there, we kind of go into our respective areas, and design will brainstorm a lot of the mechanics they have in mind, and art will start saying, okay, if we're gonna do Chen Storm Stout, let's get all the art that represents Chen together, and we have several different departments who've done art of Chen, and we bring it all together and we kind of say like, okay, there's a lot of consistent themes here. There are some little nuances here that we have to figure out what is most appropriate for heroes. And stuff like eye color definitely comes into play right here.
These are the things that bring me balance. These are the things I fight for.
The most fun comes from working with characters that have a really tight core fantasy. Like Jaina was a blast to work on because we quickly nailed down Frost, only Frost. She's not going to do arcane spells. She's not going to do fire spells. We're going to leave that space for other mages in the future, but we're going to make her pure Frost. That just made it a blast because once, what's ironic enough is that once your space is penned in enough, it actually allows you to really focus in on how you can nail that stuff. So, starting with a fresh character, I think, is definitely the most fun for me.
So many people have a perception of what a hero should be like because we're gathering heroes mostly from pre-established games. And, we're trying to do all this does it feel right stuff while we're trying to balance the game at the same time, and we're trying to make the art functional. And it really is a challenge. Like, iteration is king on this game.
There's an old saying said by an old friend of ours that, a good hero is a tripod of fantasy and mechanics and tuning. If any one of those is off, the tripod just goes falling over, and so it takes a lot of time to make sure we hit the nail on the head with all three of those.
That process, often, we have to be so mindful of what the vision is. And Thrall is a great case where our vision was, how do we bring a shaman in a very immersive sense from WoW into Heroes and make sure we get all those key abilities. And when we developed Thrall, we thought, this is a great shaman, but is this Thrall? Is that, the storm, earth, fire kind of shaman that we want to bring to the table? And it's always those kind of like check-ins where we just realign a little bit and things really start moving in those really cool directions. And the best part is we got to have both of them.
This game is a love letter to our fans, and so getting to finally, be able to talk about it and just show off everything that we've done and bring it forward, that was probably a moment of pure ecstasy for me.
We're hearing a lot of, content. Please tell us there's more, and we don't really have any end in sight right now. There's tons of content coming. We do plan on doing a lot of the stuff that people are kind of whispering to us, like, hey, wouldn't it be cool? Like, yeah, it's going to be cool. It's coming.
Yes, it is.
Heroes of the Storm. I am the Storm!